gone sports. Hey, girls gone sports. Show me you reppin' your team with Santina and Jeanine. Hey, girls gone sports. Hey, girls gone sports. We steady getting it hype. Hey, I know that you gonna like. You know it's poppin'. If it's a game, you know that we watchin'. We gonna talk football or basketball. All sports, come get involved. Hey, girls gone sports. Woo!
Welcome back to episode 46 of Girls Gone Sports Podcast. Girls Gone Sports. Oh, a dream is a wish that your heart makes. Nice, Santina. I like that. Hey, Santina.
Hey, Jeanine.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Feeling magical.
Me
I'm feeling
too.
so happy.
I'm feeling like a kid. I'm feeling very youthful.
Very small like a kid.
Yeah.
Well, Santina, before we get into telling our lovely audience members and viewers and listeners out there why we have these amazing, super cute ears on, we just want to say we want to say thank you so much for joining us here on Girls Gone Sports Podcast. If this is your first time listening here, we just want to say thank you so much for joining us today. And if you are on YouTube, make sure you are subscribing to our channel, liking this video, and also, what am I forgetting? Hitting that notification bell so you never miss an episode of Girls Gone Sports. Because Santina, why would you want to?
There's like no reason.
There literally is no reason. And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, thank you so much for tuning in with us today. Now, Santina, we were gone last week from the Girls Gone Sports atmosphere.
Yes, guys.
What happened?
So Jeanine and I went to go visit her parents down in Florida. And it was my first ever time for her birthday. It was her birthday trip. Hashtag happy birthday, Jeanine. Hashtag 24.
Thank you so much.
It was my first time ever at Disney World Magic Kingdom. It was just, we did so much in like 3 days that when we came home, I'm like, what even happened?
You're like, I blinked and I'm at work.
Yeah, it was just such a surreal experience. I can't wait to be back. I did cry. I got like a little teary-eyed when we first saw the castle.
Oh, and the fireworks too are so emotional.
My gosh. Yeah,
so
because like they were playing Moana. They're just playing whatever song you were singing, the dream.
The dream is a wish. Your heart
that one. Don't
Cinderella.
Mind my tag also.
No, it just shows they paid for it.
So I paid for this. Also, the lady was rude where we got this. Do you remember?
Yeah, I was like, this is not Disney Magic.
Yeah,
change the attitude, babe. It's not a football stadium.
It was a lot of fun. I think we rode like 8 rides.
Mm-hmm. We have to tell them about what happened the last ride.
Yes. So we had lightning passes for the majority of the rides. We did a lot of them like twice. We debated on doing one of them 3 times. And then we did like the Monsters Inc. Comedy Club. Jeanine was on there.
I did because they knew they're like, oh my God, there's the girl from Girls Gone Sports. So let's get her on the screen.
And Priscilla Presley, yeah.
They're like, oh my God, there she is, the Presley.
Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. But Jeanine, so the one ride Jeanine really wanted to go on was Tiana's Bayou.
Yes, based on Princess and the Frog, like Princess Tiana from that movie.
Yes, that ride. So we were going to go on Thursday to Disney, but then Jeanine checked the weather and she's like, well, it's going to be in the 80s. Who wants to be in the sun at the park for like 12 hours? So Jeanine made the smart decision of going on Friday when it was in the 70s. Now, blah, blah, blah. We got there. Mind you, we're shivering.
When I wasn't expecting to be shivering in Florida. It was like 40-something degrees in the morning.
Yeah, it was so cold. So we were like, okay, maybe we do Tiana's at the end of the night. So, Jeanine, tell us when we did that.
Well, Tiana, for those who don't know, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, it is a water ride. It's not like you get like in a float and go down. But there's like water aspects where you get a little bit wet and it's like you're a log in the water. Mm-hmm. And so first the line was closed because I guess the ride had been closed, but then they reopened it about like 30 minutes before the park closed. So we got to ride it twice. We got off, went back on one more time. I'm going to insert a picture of us right here. And it was super cool because during the middle of the day, like peak time for Disney, this ride was a 70-minute wait and we didn't even have to wait.
We rode it twice within like 45 minutes because the first time we got on was 9:15. Like walked in there, sat right down, and then the second time we rode it, we got off at 9:55. But on this ride, the closer to the front, the more water that's going to get on you.
Right.
So the first time, Jeanine and I were the second to last row, and her parents were the last one. We didn't get, like, it wasn't too bad. then the second time, Jeanine and I ran. Her parents didn't want to ride it. And we said, do we have to be in the front or the back? Do we just let fate decide? We let fate decide. And Jeanine, where were we?
And we made it in the second row. And I remember there was a part where we turned a corner and literally just splashed my whole right side. But, it was worth it for the memories. Hashtag do it for Disney.
Fun. Yes. And we had the cheeseburger egg rolls.
Yes, they were divine.
So good. Jeanine got these mini corn dogs.
Yep. We had popcorn. Popcorn sounds really good, actually, right now. It was like a create your own popcorn situation where you could add toppings and choose your popcorn. I might now get popcorn later. That sounds really good.
Well, we need it for... Guys, we do this routine where we record.
Yep.
Then we go to my house. We have either my mom cooks for us or we get something to take back, and then we watch a show. But we always have a little snack. Sorry.
Right. So I need popcorn now for tonight. That sounds really good. But before, Santina, we get to the popcorn of this evening, we have to talk about what has been going on in the sports realm. Mm-hmm. And even though you took a week break, again, Santina, thank you so much for coming with me to my birthday trip. And thank you so much. And we're gonna wear the ears for the rest of the episode. Why not? Why not? Eels. So, Santina, even though we were gone, sports was still going on. There were still drafts being happened. There were still changes being made. So let's just get right into it because the folks at home, they're waiting. So, as we talked about, the New York Giants, right? They're looking for a quarterback. The past few years with Daniel Jones and Tommy DeVito have not been the best. Santina, why don't you tell us who did the Giants sign maybe as QB1, QB2? Who knows? We don't know what position he is for the quarterback or what number he is, but we just know he's a quarterback.
So they signed, is it Jay Mice?
I don't remember.
Okay, we literally just looked this up and I forgot.
Jay Winston.
I'm going to say, Jay Winston to a 2-year, $8 million deal as a new quarterback, and now he joins Tommy DeVito on the team.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
But the Giants still have third overall pick in the draft. Mm-hmm. So who knows if they want to draft like a brand new rookie quarterback, what they're going to do with that awesome pick. So we'll see, but welcome, buddy. And he has some great stats, Santina, coming into the team.
Winston completed 61.1% of his passes last season for Cleveland, and then he threw for 2,121 yards in 12 games with 13 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. Could this be a repeat of Mr. Danny Jones?
I feel like it's so for every one touchdown you get an interception.
Oh, did I say that wrong?
No, you said it right. No, I'm saying he, what's it called? He's had 13 touchdowns and 12 interceptions last season.
The math, guys.
No, so it feels like every touchdown he gets an interception to bring him back. And looking at like Daniel Jones's stats like from last year before he was benched, they're kind of similar. So I mean, we'll see what happens. I guess it's always good to have a seasoned player come to your team. They know the game, they know the people, they know the routes. So we shall see what Mr. Winston does for this team.
Yeah, they, like you said, they are pretty similar because last season Daniel Jones had a completion of 63.3%, 2,070 yards, and 8 touchdowns and 7 interceptions before.
So they're kind of similar. What do you think, Santina?
They're twins. It'd be us.
What do you think, Santina? Do you feel like this is a smart choice? Do you feel like they're just trying to try something new, get the Giants back up there? What are your thoughts?
I think it's a risky, but maybe also a good choice because you're just comparing the last season.
Right.
Because, they probably were different the seasons before, but you never know. They could have both a different outcome. But now, what if this season they're doing really, really well, but like they're just really fighting after each other? How do you choose?
Like who gets QB1?
Yeah.
That slot?
Because like what if 1 week one does really, really well? Then the other one doesn't do well the other week, but then like it just keeps flopping back and forth.
Like Daniel Jones on another team you're talking about?
Yeah. Then they're like, oh my God, what did we do?
Daniel Jones needed to leave the Giants. He was a left. Well, they paid him like $60 million contract and he got booted.
He got benched.
So same.
But that'd be me.
I'm like, when's my mom coming to pick me up?
I'll just take the money. Can I maybe have a hot dog?
Gatorade, free Gatorade right here.
Wait, do you think they're ever able to like get food from the stadium? Or like
I feel like they don't even eat like the day of. Because like
think breakfast.
Not even a bowl of cereal. I feel like maybe like a protein shake or something because once you have that food in your stomach, you don't want it like to weigh you down.
Yeah.
I mean,
I get that. And get like sick.
Imagine. I would not.
Last season there were a couple who got sick.
Who?
I forgot who, but I just remember like just that vomiting on the field.
Someone vomited on the field?
Yeah, then they just started playing again.
When? What
I have no
team?
idea. I saw a TikTok somewhere, but I'm like, that's a really smart
This
move.
is my first time hearing this.
Okay, I'll find a TikTok somewhere. But
I want to
feel
know
like that's
who
like
threw
a
up.
really smart move because who's gonna come near you after you've been vomiting?
Just throw up. Be like, no, don't call the time. Oh, keep playing. Keep playing.
Helmet off, throw up, helmet back on.
Team. Throw up in the helmet. It's kind of like Tracy Morgan when he threw up. Did you see that? How he threw up on the sidelines of the Knicks game?
No.
You know Tracy Morgan, like the comedian?
Yeah.
He threw up on a Knicks game on the sideline. I felt he probably
Bad nachos, probably.
and he's literally goes to like every Knicks game and he just like threw up and he went to the hospital. So
That's dedication.
I know that, but I would feel so embarrassed. Imagine all those people.
It's Tracy
around.
Morgan. You know he doesn't care.
He's like, I got all the money in the world. I don't
He's like,
care.
I'll be at the next game.
I don't care. Well, speaking of throw up, disgusting. Aaron Rodgers. Where is he? Coming out from the tundra. I swear, one of these days he's gonna come back like up here with like a black eye.
I feel like at night it turns into like Toy Story.
He's just like
He's just like awake.
he stands over me sleeping like this. I'm like this.
What do you want to say about me now?
He's trying to plot his revenge. But Aaron Rodgers, okay, we don't like him, but we bring him up every episode. He is still a free agent in the NFL, and actually for the first time in his football career. So if you don't know what a free agent is, in the NFL, a free agent is a player whose contract with their current team is expiring and allows them to negotiate with other teams and sign it to any team. So right now, that's his situation, right? He left the Jets. So we're just trying to see who's going to pick him up. And actually, Aaron Rodgers right now, he's the oldest active player in the NFL at age 41.
Give it up. Now,
Where's that 401k? Isn't it time to sit down and
just
go play golf?
Just leave. But like, if you compare it to Tom Brady, who played until he was 45, that's Tom Brady.
Like, you can't go above Tom Brady. I'm sorry. Not even Patrick Mahomes.
This is Aaron Rodgers, who missed a training camp that he was supposed to be at to go to Egypt. But then he also visited the Steelers, and like the players didn't even want him.
And like, if you're trying to go to a team and like a player is even just like, nah, like a defense player, then it's like, bro, don't go. Like, there's just been so many rumors about him going to different teams. And specifically with the Steelers, Cam Hayward, a very popular and well-loved player on the Steelers, said, talking about like all this new QB talk about who's going to be their quarterback for the Steelers, saying, I'd rather have it done. And then Santina, he also said, I ain't doing that darkness retreat. Now, if you guys didn't know, Aaron Rodgers, before the 2023 season, to kind of like mentally prepare himself, went on a 4-night darkness retreat where he stayed in like a little house for 4 nights, blacked out windows, and the food would be like dropped in between like a slot.
Was he in jail?
He was in solitary confinement, and he had no other human contact. He couldn't read. He couldn't use phones. He couldn't use any of that. So he literally went on a 4-night darkness retreat to prepare himself.
Like, tell me you have too much money without telling me you have to.
Why would you put yourself in the dark? Do you wear my glasses?
I need that kind of environment when I sleep. Like, I need the blackout curtains.
The blackout curtains.
I'm sorry. Like, are you entering like an emo punk phase?
He just has the headphones. Like, yeah.
I like how Cam Hayward said that. I ain't doing that darkness.
No,
retreat.
because I would not do that either. Like, I mean, I would do it if there was a fan. I could have my phone. I could DoorDash.
Maybe some Frito twists.
Right, just like a little dip. But the fact that there was nothing, just him in darkness for 4 days.
But like, where was this again? Do you know?
I don't know where he. I don't know where he went, but I know it was like in a little
what
shack.
Did he eat?
Domino's.
Yeah. Was there any like ventilation in there?
I just want to know why he did that. It was like for him to like mentally prepare himself.
Do that in your house. Like, just turn all your electronics off. That is like, imagine saying to like your manager, yeah, so I want to go on this darkness retreat.
I'm overstimulated.
I would be concerned. I'd be like, can someone go check
Just
on
imagine sitting there in the dark, quiet like this. I don't know why I closed my eyes. But
Tell you what it. We're imagining the darkness.
I'm just saying, waiting for my DoorDash. I would just write songs and just sing.
Yeah.
That's what I would just do the whole time.
That's like, yeah. And I'm sorry, if a player is already making fun of you on a potential team that you went to go visit, no.
No darkness retreat.
Yeah, that's so
I'll stay out of the darkness retreat. Well, Santina, how about some good news for the Steelers?
Yes. So good news. Mason Rudolph is coming back 2 years for $8 million.
I'll be quarterback too for $8 million for 2 years. Yeah. I'm really happy. He was on my sleigh, I think. He was on my sleigh, right? Yeah.
There was so much going on with that story.
If you don't know what we're talking about, go back to our Christmas special. One of the best episodes we've done. We built a sleigh out of players, and I picked Rudolph on my sleigh to be Mason Rudolph.
Aww.
So, just go back and listen to it. I love Mason Rudolph. He's just a sweetie.
That's good, though. 2 years, $4 million a year.
I'll do it. I'll be a quarterback for that.
I know.
Are you
single?
Is he?
Yeah.
No, he's married, I think. Wait, is he?
I don't know.
He might have a girlfriend. Us?
Right.
We need him on the show.
$4 million.
Right. Or what if we get, let me think. Well, he'll probably want something, so we can give him
get maybe
one.
$2 million? Oh, $1 million?
You're more kinder than I was. I was going to say 1.5, 1.
Perfect.
Mason, call us if you want to come on the podcast.
He's like, well, now you're talking about all my money. I don't know.
He's like, well, you're painting me as a Rudolph and a reindeer and asking for my money. Oh, Mason. Well, Santina, some other good, exciting, just some good things that are happening besides the darkness retreat. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right? Mm-hmm. Great team. Tampa. We just came back from Florida. This month, they actually held a She Is Football conference, and it was a weekend highlighting women working in the community, increasing opportunities for women working in sports. And the NFL also showcased girls who are in flag football competitions and help providing them with mentorship. So that happened this month in Tampa. I thought that was very important to highlight, especially because we are a woman in sports field podcast.
And women are just superior, in my opinion.
Amen. Mm-hmm. But maybe next year we should go. Maybe we should be on a panel.
Okay, guys, I texted Jeanine. I was like, we need to be at the St. Patrick's Day Parade. We need to have our own float. We just have to be at everything.
Do you have to pay to have a float?
Maybe you can get a sponsor.
Should we do it next year? I mean, my brother has a trailer.
Hey, Burger King. McDonald's, if you could just sponsor.
We paint a burger pink and be on it.
But how much fun would it be? Because we'd be the not so serious.
Yeah. I'd throw candy and beads and stickers.
Yeah. I think I would have fun going around and being I don't know, what's your favorite bedtime snack?
Wait, interviewing people in the parade, you're saying?
I would ask go around with the microphone. Ooh. Just be ask them some sports questions, but then some silly questions.
I like that. Should we do that next year, be in the parade? Guys, stay tuned.
Yeah. Everybody's clapping for the rest, then you get to us.
We think that they're clapping for us, and behind us is a really big corporation. We're guys, oh my God. Oh my God, I've heard you love me. It's oh, sorry, McDonald's is right behind us. That's why.
Well, moving
that's awesome.
Other exciting news. So the Bengals signed wide receiver Jamar Chase.
Yay! He was also my sleigh.
Yes, to a 4-year, $161 million contract extension, making him the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL.
Honestly, good for him.
What?
Good for him. And I remember a few episodes ago, we talked about another player who was the highest paid non-quarterback. But now because Jamar got this extension, now he is the highest. Right. But I think it's worth it. Him and Joe Burrow just have this I don't want to say, what's the word?
A chemistry?
Yes, on field. It's just great. And I'm happy that he's staying with the Bengals for a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good job.
I think, wasn't he my cutie of the week?
Last week? No, yours was T. Higgins.
Yes.
Yes. T. Higgins, yep.
That was really, really good.
So shout out to you, Jamar.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Bengals, speaking of Joey B, my man. Mm-hmm. So the NFL does this kind of collaboration with the show called Quarterback on Netflix. And it gives an opportunity for fans and viewers to kind of get a special access to these players on and off the field. You get to see exclusive interviews and things from the prior season and hearing them mic'd up on the field and also other behind the scenes content. So they did one season, and I believe it was Patrick Mahomes Kirk Cousins, and
Tom Brady?
No, I think it was Marcus Iota. I think I'm Ariota. I'm not sure. Who was Marcus? I always forget his name. I feel so bad. But that guy. So, but they're renewing it, and we have Joe Burrow from the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm so excited to see that. We have Jared Goff, Detroit Lions quarterback, who was amazing. The Lions did so good last year. And Kirk Cousins, Atlanta Falcons quarterback. I think when he recorded it, he was on the Vikings, so now he's on the Falcons for that. So that's going to be interesting, and I'm excited to watch it. Santina, do you think you will tune in?
Yeah, I think I would, because it's nice to just see how they balance like their life, their like at home life, and then being like the most important player on the team. And I just like to see their sportsmanship. Are they going to be like, oh, I'm better than everyone else, or do they like work well with the team?
I think I'm excited to see us on the screen, because remember we were there when they were filming Joe Burrow's.
We actually chose these three. When we went on our darkness retreat. These three names specifically came to our head.
Darkness, no pen, no pencil. We had to physically remember it.
We were just threatened by Joe Burrow's lawyer a little bit, because we were reaching out a little too much. It was a little concern. We worked it out in the end.
The darkness retreat was like this.
Literally.
Okay, Santina, now we're in darkness. I think. Look at me close my eyes. I think Joe Burrow. Who else do you think should be on the darkness retreat? Kirk Cousins, okay. And maybe one more. Yeah, what do you think one more should be? Maybe, who's that one player that we really like from Dallas?
Guys, look at me looking back.
Who's that one player that we really like from Will Greer?
Oh, yeah. Maybe we'll save it. Maybe Jared Goff.
Okay. Oh, but if Jared Goff falls through, let's do Will Greer. Okay, perfect. Okay, bam in. Now we can see. That was a great darkness retreat. Yeah. He might be onto something. Just close your eyes and whisper. That's all you
just do. Like that. I just like how they just named the series quarterback.
Just quarterback. I think they have a wide receiver one. I apologize for cutting you off.
It's okay. Have you seen that one TikTok sound with nice catch, cheer? Is that my name?
No, quarterback.
And then he throws it.
What show was that from, the movie?
The
movie we watched.
With Noah Beck.
Is it literally called Quarterback?
I think so. And
well, maybe we need to watch it again to study for the podcast.
Imagine me forcing my brothers and my family to watch that.
Guys, if you don't know this movie, it's like a romance, young, like a teen romance about quarterback cheerleader. You know, it's like Danny Zuko and Sandy when she was.
We were there. It's kind of like Jeanine with Joe Burrow and me.
Right, like those are baes.
Right.
It's real.
They just don't know it. But they do.
Well, Santina, right? We love football here. And somehow it keeps coming up even though we're not truly on season. But speaking of what? Just life. Speaking of players and all that, basketball. Santina, now we are approaching, we're like 3 weeks away from playoffs. That's when it's like, it comes down, pedal to the metal, and I'm excited to go over that with you. But before playoffs, Santina, we're already having some injuries happening.
Everybody.
So who's injured, Santina?
So first we have Steph Curry with the Warriors. He's out with a pelvic contusion. Yikes. We have New York Knicks' Jalen Brunson, still out. And we have the Pelicans player Trey Murphy III is out for the season with a torn labrum and a torn rotator cuff in his right shoulder.
What is a labrum?
I don't know, but like pick an injury.
Pick one and choose one. I mean, like, especially like Steph Curry, like who is a huge player for the Warriors, and so is Jalen Brunson for the Knicks. Unfortunately, sorry, buddy, I don't know much about the other one, but like right now with playoffs about to be happening in the next 3 weeks, these are like your times to get healthy, halfway point to really rest up, like re-energize yourself, really fix those muscles. So then now when playoffs are happening and your team is kind of getting close, you want to make sure that your team is healthy and ready to go. So we're sending love to all those injured players out there and ones we didn't mention from Girls Gone Sports. Yes. Now, Santina, we introduced this last episode. And I think it's only justice, right? Only justice. If we did say that right, we should do a justice and bring it back for this week. So, Santina, now we're going to do our Cutie of the Week. Cutie of the Week. Cutie of the Week started last episode where we choose a player that we talked about this episode that we feel like deserves the extra recognition, who kind of caught our eye this week. Now, Santina, who was your Cutie of the Week?
So mine is going to be Cam Hayward, just because I loved all the bad things he was saying about Aaron Rodgers and how he was just really sticking up for his team, saying, we don't like him, so we don't think it's going to be a good fit. And I agree. I'm not doing that darkness retreat.
I'm not closing my eyes for 4 days. I mean, I would sleep, but then I need my phone.
Yeah, and also like Aaron Rodgers last season, your first game you get hurt. No.
So sorry, babe. What do you know about darkness retreats?
Moving on. But that's my cutie of the week. Jeanine, who's yours?
My cutie of the week is Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, because I am so I know, right? I'm so proud of him, honestly, for deciding to do this quarterback show. He is a very private person, and he says that a lot of interviews. He's very private, doesn't like to put his personal life out there. So for him being willing to do this show and like let camera crew into his life and like outside of football is huge. So I'm very proud of him. So Joe Burrow is my cutie of the week. But if you want to hear more cuties of the week, if you want to see more people being in the spotlight, what are you waiting for? Make sure you are following us along on Girls Gone Sports everywhere. We are on Facebook. We are here on YouTube. We are on Instagram at Girls Gone Sports Pod. You can find us on TikTok as well. And if you're watching on YouTube, we want to say thank you so much. But make sure you are liking this video, you're subscribing to our YouTube channel, and you're hitting that notification bell so you never miss an episode of Girls Gone Sports. Because, Santina, why would you want to?
There's no reason.
There literally is no reason.
Just do it.
I know, please. Or you're going to go on the darkness retreat. Okay.
Go.
And if you are listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever you are streaming your podcast, we want to say thank you so much. So we will see you next week for episode 47 of Girls Gone Sports Podcast.
Girls, they want to have fun.